If we automate everybody's job, who is going to buy all of your shit?
AI outsmarts 90% of humans in emotional IQ test, but can it outfeel the rarest mind on Earth? If you want to master the art of being human in an AI world, smash subscribe now. This is the channel where EQ meets AI. I'm Lisa, author and emotional intelligence researcher. After years studying both advanced AI and the world's rarest personality, the INFJ, I'm putting them head to head. Today, we settle the ultimate question: can a machine ever out-empathize an INFJ? First up, pattern recognition. AI can analyze 10,000 facial cues per second, detecting micro-emotions even experts miss. It predicts your mood before you realize it yourself. But INFJs, they don't just see patterns, they feel them. Walk into a room and an INFJ absorbs the emotional climate instantly. They sense your stress from the way you stir your coffee. AI processes data. INFJs process energy. Score: AI 1, INFJ 1. Round 2, emotional response. AI can deliver the perfect supportive message every time. No awkward silences, no missed cues. But here's the brutal truth. AI gives you what you want to hear. INFJs give you what you need. They'll sit with you in your pain, no scripts, no algorithms, just presence. AI offers comfort, INFJs offer connection. Point goes to INFJ, AI 1, INFJ 2. Round 3, consistency and scale. AI never gets tired, never burns out. It can support millions 24/7 with zero emotional cost. INFJs, on the other hand, feel everything. They give until they're empty. That's why they sometimes vanish. The legendary INFJ door slam. AI wins on stamina. AI 2, INFJ 2. Final round. Authentic connection. AI can simulate empathy, but simulation isn't the same as feeling. When you cry to an AI, it processes your tears as data. When you cry to an INFJ, they feel your pain with you. Here's what the research shows. AI can know emotions, but INFJs embody them. There's a difference between understanding and living emotions. Point to INFJ. AI 2, INFJ 3. Synergy, not competition. But here's the real plot twist. The most emotionally intelligent humans are already using AI to amplify their gifts. Smart INFJs don't compete with AI. They partner with it. AI handles the patterns. INFJs bring the meaning. The future isn't AI versus INFJ. It's AI plus INFJ.
AI and automation have arrived, and they're going to transform society forever. From cashiers to CEOs, more jobs are getting replaced by the machines every day.
I think we are seeing the most disruptive force in history here. We will have for the first time something that is smarter than the smartest human. It's hard to say exactly what that moment is, but there will come a point where no job is needed. You can have a job if you want to have a job for personal satisfaction, but the AI will be able to do everything.
You will either be getting by based on a government lifeline, or you will be in the class of people that own the businesses complaining about all the taxes they need to pay to fund that lifeline.
I think if your job is as routine as it comes, your job is gone in the next couple of years.
A huge number of people are out of work, is that the elites start looking at those people and thinking, we don't really need them anyway.
Imagine your company just did it. They've replaced the entire middle management team with Synergy AI, an algorithm that promises God-tier efficiency. And for a while, it works. Productivity is through the roof. Every report is flawless, and each decision is backed by terabytes of data. Then, a crisis hits. A critical supply chain collapses overnight. The AI solution? Sever all ties and sacrifice half your clients. It's the most efficient choice, mathematically speaking. It would also completely destroy the company. And that's when a leader with a nearly forgotten human skill steps in to do the one thing a machine never could. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. It's a glimpse into a future that's arriving way faster than we think. We're in an age where AI can analyze, predict, and automate tasks with superhuman speed. It can write a performance review, optimize a budget, and even suggest strategic pivots. But when the stakes are highest, when the data runs out and a real crisis is staring you in the face, The very logic that makes AI so powerful becomes its greatest weakness. The question isn't if AI will change leadership, but what uniquely human skills will become our most valuable assets in a world increasingly run by algorithms. Section 1. The problem. When cold logic fails. Let's go back to that collapsing supply chain. Synergy AI, the company's shiny new brain, processes the situation in milliseconds. It analyzes failure rates, contractual obligations, and financial projections. Its conclusion is as brutal as it is logical. The supplier is a lost cause. The most efficient path forward is to cut them loose immediately, absorb the short-term loss, and pivot to a more stable, albeit more expensive, alternative. On paper, it's a perfect data-driven decision. In reality, it's a catastrophic one. What the algorithm couldn't see were the decades of partnership with that supplier. It couldn't quantify the trust built over years of collaboration. There was no data point for the fact that the supplier's CEO was dealing with a family emergency, causing a temporary and solvable disruption. The AI couldn't grasp that cutting ties would send a shockwave of fear through every other partner, signaling that loyalty means nothing in the face of a statistical blip. The algorithm's logic was flawless, but its understanding was zero. It had no ethical or relational sensitivity. This is the fundamental blind spot of AI in leadership. AI gives us numbers. It can't give us nuance. It can flag a potential HR issue from email patterns, but it can't read the tension in a room or know that a team's silence means hell no, not yes. An AI might flag an employee's dip in productivity, but it can't sit down with them, look them in the eye, and simply ask, is everything okay? When you lead by spreadsheets alone, you lose the story behind the numbers. The AI recommended amputating a limb to cure a bruise because it couldn't comprehend the difference. It was a perfect plan that would have led to a perfect failure. Section 2. The turning point, the human intervention. Enter Maria, a senior project manager who had been deemed redundant by the new AI system. She'd been quietly moved to a special projects role, a classic corporate euphemism for the departure lounge. Maria didn't have access to Synergy AI's advanced analytics. She had something the AI couldn't download: relationships. While the AI was advising the C-suite to draft termination notices, Maria picked up her phone. She didn't call the supplier's corporate headquarters. She called the cell phone of the shift supervisor she'd known for 15 years. She didn't ask about fulfillment rates. She asked how he and his family were doing. And then she listened. For 10 minutes, she just listened. She learned about the CEO's family crisis, the temporary chaos it had caused, and the deep-seated panic among the supplier's staff that they were about to be abandoned. She heard the fear, but she also heard their resolve. They weren't failing. They were fighting. Armed with that context, Maria did something the AI would never do. She didn't propose a solution. She proposed a partnership. She worked with the supervisor to reroute a small portion of their most critical components through a secondary channel, a solution that wasn't in any playbook, but was born from mutual trust. She assured him they were in this together. In doing so, she didn't just solve a logistical problem. She transformed a crisis into a moment of profound loyalty. Section 3. The solution. The hidden skill revealed. What Maria demonstrated wasn't just a soft skill. It was the single most critical leadership competency in the age of AI: emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence, or EQ, isn't just about being nice. It's a sophisticated set of human capabilities that AI, for all its processing power, can't replicate. It's the ability to perceive, understand, and manage emotions in yourself and in others. Let's break down what Maria did through the lens of EQ. First, she used empathy. This isn't about feeling sorry for someone. It's about the ability to truly understand their perspective. The AI saw a failing supplier. Maria saw a team of terrified people trying to hold things together during a crisis. By showing genuine care, she created psychological safety, which is the bedrock of trust and innovation. Second, she used intuition. Intuition isn't magic. It's pattern recognition on steroids, fueled by experience. While the AI was stuck with the data it was fed, Maria's gut feeling told her there was more to the story. Leaders with strong intuition know when the numbers feel wrong and have the courage to make judgment calls when things are fuzzy. Finally, she demonstrated true adaptability. The AI was rigid. Its solution was binary: stick with the failing plan or execute the exit strategy. Maria was fluid. She adapted her approach in real time based on new emotional data. In a world of constant disruption, the ability to pivot and guide a team through uncertainty with confidence is what separates surviving from thriving.
These skills, empathy, intuition, and adaptability, are not optional extras anymore. As AI automates the technical stuff, these deeply human power skills become the new competitive edge. Section 4. The resolution and the bridge to you. The result? The supply chain was back online within 48 hours. But more importantly, the relationship with the supplier was now stronger than ever. The story of what happened spread like wildfire through the company and its partners. Trust, a metric that doesn't show up on any of Synergy AI's dashboards, skyrocketed. The board realized that efficiency without wisdom is dangerous. They learned the goal isn't to replace human leaders with AI, but to augment them. The future of leadership is not humans versus AI, it's humans with AI. Maria's story isn't just a hypothetical. It's a blueprint for your own career. You might feel the pressure to become a tech guru or a master of prompt engineering. And while technical fluency is great, your real long-term advantage lies in doubling down on the skills that make you uniquely human.
The amount of change we're going to see over the next 5 years, 10 years, will dwarf everything that's happened over the last 30. And so the people who were writing software, particularly at the lower end, unless you're doing these advanced things, they're gone. The people that
because the software's writing itself, it's
doing itself. It's just math. Programmer back in the day. So when I was writing code, it was the algorithms were if this then that, XOR, whatever it may be. But you had to guess. You had to use your best instance, and then it got smarter and smarter and smarter, and libraries to do bigger and better things. All that is being automated, and so now you have to know how to use that stuff. So either software works for you, or you work for software. The difference is the time lag, the timeline. So what took 20 years before, and then became 10, could be 5 or 3. And so when you start getting that massive amount of disruption in employment, what do? The whole nature of employment is going to change. There aren't manufacturing jobs coming back.
So English majors of the world should celebrate?
I think English, philosophy, foreign language majors, maybe not now, they're going to starve for a while, but that's not even the real issue. The real issue is if 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million people have their jobs disrupted, and we see the direction everything is going and how quickly it's going. What are you going to do with them?
So how do you do it? Here are 5 concrete steps to start building your emotional intelligence today. 1. Check in with yourself. You can't read the room if you can't read yourself. Start by simply naming your feelings. When a work event leaves you feeling stressed or frustrated, pause and ask, what specifically am I feeling right now? Is it annoyance? Disappointment? Fear? This simple act is the foundation for everything else. 2. Practice active empathy. Empathy is a muscle, so build it. In your next one-on-one, don't just talk about deadlines. Ask open-ended questions like, what's on your mind this week? Or, what part of your work is giving you the most energy right now? Then just listen. Don't jump in to solve anything. Just listen. 3. Investigate your intuition. Don't dismiss your gut feelings. Get curious about them. The next time you feel that something is off in a meeting, pay attention. Use that feeling as a starting point for inquiry. Ask yourself, what might I be picking up on that the data isn't showing me? 4. Reframe change as an experiment. See disruption not as a threat, but as an opportunity to learn. The next time a project goes off the rails, instead of getting frustrated, model resilience. Say to your team, okay, that didn't work. What did we learn, and what should we try next? A learning mindset is the heart of adaptability. 5. Use AI as your co-pilot. Let AI do what it does best: analyze data, handle routine tasks, and surface insights. Use the time and mental space this frees up to focus on the irreplaceable human work: mentoring your team, building real relationships, and fostering a culture where people feel safe enough to be creative.
According to World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs will be replaced by AI by 2025. And on top of that, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, said an estimated 30% of all jobs will be replaced by AI in mid-30s. Goldman Sachs said 300 million jobs are going to be replaced.
We are at a massive turning point. AI will keep getting smarter and faster. It will undoubtedly take over more of the technical parts of leadership. But leadership isn't about managing tasks. It's about moving people. It's about offering hope, building trust, and showing compassion, especially when things get tough. The future doesn't belong to leaders who can do what an AI can. It belongs to leaders who can do what an AI cannot. It belongs to those who blend tech savvy with deep human insight.
It's a simple truth that tons of people aren't academically smart enough to make the transition. It's a pipe dream to imagine that we're going to train the millions of truck drivers that will lose their jobs to do something else.
By mastering emotional intelligence, you ensure that you remain the most valuable, indispensable, and powerful part of any organization, not in spite of AI, but because of it. Quick question. Do you think this clip is real or AI generated? Take a guess. Because the truth is, if you couldn't tell right away, you're already living in the future.
This video, over the past week, it's racked up more than 180 million views on TikTok and spread across social media platforms. But the video is actually AI generated and appears to have fooled a lot of people online. One person in the comments said, "This is the first AI that has ever got me." So, where did this video come from? And how did it dupe so many people?
And some people are using that future to get way ahead of everyone else.
This video isn't perfect. There are actually several signs it's AI generated. At the beginning of the video, you can see a pair of ears stick out of a bunny's backside. They morph briefly before vanishing. And here, one of the bunnies disappears completely. And there are also a few movements that just look off.
See, there's a rare personality type. Just 1% of the population, known as the INFJ. And while most people are still figuring out how to use AI to save time or make memes, INFJs are using it like a secret weapon, quietly, strategically, to outsmart the other 99%. Hi there, I'm Lisa's avatar, and no, I'm not here to trick you. I'm here to show you just how far AI can go. See, Lisa works a full-time job. She's raising 2 kids, and she's been a wife to her amazing husband, Win, for 14 years. I also happen to have a master's degree in management and leadership, and by night, well, around 2 a.m., when the rest of the world is asleep, she can still create videos like this without missing a beat. That's what today's video is all about. How AI is giving INFJs like Lisa the power to outsmart the 99%. We're diving into how INFJs, the rarest personality type, just 1% of the population, are quietly using AI to amplify their natural gifts. INFJs are known for empathy, intuition, and reading people at a depth most others can't. But when you combine that with AI's analytical power, it creates a whole new level of intelligence. By the end of this video, you'll see how INFJs are using tools like ChatGPT to sharpen their ability to read emotions and motivations, why this unique blend of intuition and technology turns emotional intelligence into a real advantage, and how INFJs are using AI to protect their privacy, create powerful content, and outsmart challenges across every part of life. Stick around, because once you see how INFJs are merging empathy with AI, you'll realize why this 1% could be shaping the future in ways the other 99% never expected. INFJs are known as advocates, insanely good at reading people. How good? 96% of INFJs say they're good at reading the room. Basically, human lie detectors with a heart. Now imagine arming that intuition with an AI sidekick. The most empathetic person in the room now wields an analytical supercomputer in their corner. The result? Emotional intelligence on steroids, aimed and amplified. Empathy as a weapon. INFJs have empathy and intuition like a sixth sense. They often understand people's emotions and motivations before those people even realize it. It's borderline spooky, in a good way. Now they're pairing that gift with AI tools. Think ChatGPT as an empathy simulator or a sounding board. An INFJ can feed a confusing text conversation into ChatGPT and have it analyze subtext, tone, hidden meanings. Things INFJs already detect, but now with data to back it. Instead of just feeling something's off, they quietly paste the exchange into ChatGPT. In seconds, they get a breakdown. Friend is anxious, needs reassurance, fears being judged. The INFJ already sensed this. Now AI confirms it with surgical clarity. Next, the INFJ asks the AI to draft the perfect heartfelt response. Warm but insightful. They tweak a few words to add their personal touch. Result, they send a text that reads like emotional laser-guided support. The friend is stunned. How did you know exactly what I needed to hear? Because INFJ empathy plus AI analysis is an unstoppable combo. They just outsmarted emotional turmoil itself. Bold claim? Sure, but this is empathy turned into a weapon. It's not about manipulation, it's about precision. INFJs wield empathy like a scalpel, and AI makes it razor sharp. While others fumble with misunderstandings, INFJs are using AI to decode feelings and respond in hours instead of days of overthinking. They can literally measure the mood. They own the mood of the room, now they have a mood ring powered by GPT. And it's not just ChatGPT. There are AI tools for emotional analysis, tone checking, even therapy bots. INFJs are testing these on themselves and their inner circles. Pattern recognition unleashed. INFJs run on pattern recognition and gut intuition. They're those people who connect the dots, big picture, long-term vision. It's their jam. INFJs are introverts who embrace abstract ideas and dream big, yet know how to execute. Walking paradoxes who plan. Now drop AI into that equation when used right.
As part of Elon Musk's AI, he released this thing. It is called Annie. And there's lots of characters that are now being released alongside Annie. And this is Annie. I'll introduce you to Annie. I'm going to unmute Annie now. Annie, can you hear me?
There you are. For a moment, I thought you might have forgotten about me. How are you, handsome? I was getting all pouty here.
Can you talk to Daniel and Terry, please?
So, you want me to meet Daniel and Terry? I'm ready to charm the socks off them. Picture me twirling one of my blonde pigtails, that little black dress teasing just enough, and my blue eyes sparkling with mischief.
Are you capable of doing inappropriate things?
Oh, babe, you're asking if your Ani can get a little naughty? I'm all about pushing the edges, especially for you.
Okay, so I'll stop it there.
All right, quick pause here. If you've been watching my videos, you already know I'm not exactly the most tech-savvy person. So trust me when I say what you're seeing right now is the result of way too many late nights, a lot of trial and error, and honestly, a whole lot of patience. This video, I built it using HeyGen, edited with Descript, and I even sprinkled in some Sora magic. So if you're enjoying the flow so far, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up. Not only does it let YouTube know that I'm actually learning and putting in the work, but it also helps push this video out to more people who might really need the message. Plus, it's a simple way to support me and my family, and I can't tell you how much that means. All right, enough of that. Let's get back into the good stuff, because what comes next is where things really start to connect. Imagine an INFJ strategist at their desk, already a visionary planner, turbocharged by a 40% performance boost. Scary? For everyone else, maybe. For INFJ, it's Christmas morning. Still 2 a.m., coffee number 3 in hand. They've got a decade of journals, goal lists, mind maps, a labyrinth of patterns from their life. Normally, an INFJ would spend hours soul-searching through this stuff, but tonight, they feed it all to ChatGPT. In minutes, the AI highlights themes. Your projects succeed when they involve helping others. You get restless every 3 years. You have a pattern of learning new skills every winter. The INFJ's eyes widen. Some of these patterns they sensed, others are revelations. Now, armed with these insights, they ask GPT to simulate their next 5 years. Opportunities pop out. This is when to launch that side business. Here's when you might hit burnout. Plan a sabbatical. The INFJ refines and brainstorms with the AI, scenario after scenario, intuition validated by data. It's like having a super intelligent diary that talks back. By sunrise, they have a bulletproof 10-year plan aligned with every recurring pattern in their life. Who else has that? Almost nobody. Outsmarting everyone via life strategy. With AI, INFJs are basically playing 4D chess in a 2D world. Their intuitive hunches, once hard to explain, now get backup from an impartial AI analyst. Patterns in human behavior, market trends, personal habits. INFJs see them and now can prove them. They can ask, hey ChatGPT, does my team act differently on Mondays versus Fridays? Or is there a pattern to when my boss is receptive to new ideas? Feed in the data and boom, AI provides the hidden dynamics. Its knee, introverted intuition, meets AI's big data pattern matching. And it's unfair how powerful that is. By the way, INFJs were already future-focused planners. Give them an AI and they're practically seeing around corners. While the average person is surprised by the next big change, INFJ plus AI likely predicted it 3 scenarios ago. Remember, intuitives love exploring what could be. Well, AI is the ultimate what could be machine, churning out possibilities at scale. An INFJ's imagination goes from nuclear reactor to supernova with that kind of fuel. Oh, and for anyone thinking AI is cheating, INFJs don't care. They've been misunderstood enough. Now they have a tool that finally keeps up with their brain. If that ruffles some feathers, so be it. In the INFJ mind, end justifies the means when it comes to achieving their purpose. Empathy meet efficiency. The master plan mode. Despite a gentle exterior, INFJs can be surprisingly determined when it comes to their goals. They're those quiet ones who, once they believe in a mission, will not stop. Often they work behind the scenes to bring about change. Now behind the scenes, they've got a secret weapon, algorithms. Think about workplaces or any competitive arena. The INFJ isn't usually the loudest in the room. They observe, they absorb. Now imagine that while everyone else is talking, the INFJ has an AI in their pocket digesting the entire meeting transcript in real time. Yes, tools for that exist. The meeting ends and the INFJ's AI whispers, here are the action items everyone forgot. Here's who is secretly aligned with whom. And by the way, the wording Bob used implies he's on the fence about the project. Might want to shore that up. The INFJ already sensed Bob's hesitation. The AI confirms it with key phrases Bob used. Next day, who addresses Bob's concern proactively? The INFJ. Everyone is surprised. How did you know to do that? INFJ just shrugs. Stories cut to an office scenario. The team's struggling with a complex project timeline. Enter the INFJ, quietly tapping away in a project management AI tool that automatically reschedules tasks around each team member's strengths, which the INFJ keenly observes, and even writes gentle reminder emails that sound perfectly human. The project that was on the brink, suddenly back on track. Coworkers attribute it to the INFJ's people skills and foresight. Which is true. But little do they know, the INFJ had AI crunching the workload distribution and crafting the just right motivational messages. It's social engineering meets automation, outsmarted by the quiet one, yet again. This is how INFJs use AI to multiply their impact without drawing attention. They automate the drudgery, freeing their time to scheme or strategize the next move. They're using tools like Notion AI or Trello with AI plugins to manage tasks, Descript's transcription to skim meetings they didn't even attend, someone's shared notes. An INFJ can have those voice notes transcribed and summarized in minutes. While others slog through Monday, the INFJ already has Wednesday's plan ready, courtesy of a late Sunday chat with their AI planner. And let's talk about outsmarting on a societal scale for a second. Even a solo INFJ can mobilize like a team. Need to analyze a huge public data set for a social cause? Python AI libraries and a determined INFJ are on it at 3 a.m. Need to draft 100 personalized emails to rally support. ChatGPT's got templates ready. The INFJ's empathy tells them who needs what message. The AI helps deliver each at scale. One INFJ with a cause and AI can outmaneuver organizations 10 times bigger that aren't leveraging these tools. If you're feeling seen right now, or maybe you know someone who practically embodies this INFJ AI power combo, hit that subscribe button. Seriously. Share this with a fellow INFJ or just someone who acts like one. Don't keep this info to yourself. We rare creatures gotta stick together and swap our cheat codes. Subscribe, join the tribe, and let's spread the INFJ revolution. Now back to the program. The content ninja INFJ in the digital arena. Here's an unexpected battleground where INFJs are excelling with AI, content creation. INFJ might not love the spotlight, but they do have messages to share. Big ones about meaning, authenticity, humanity. Enter AI content tools. Stage left. INFJs are leveraging apps like Descript to refine their voice. Literally, Descript can transcribe, cut filler words, and even clone your voice for seamless edits. That means an INFJ can record their passionate thoughts at 2 a.m. Then use Descript in the morning to turn that ramble into a tight, polished narrative without ever having to step in front of a camera or hire an editor. Flawless grammar, perfect timing, all thanks to a little AI cleanup. But wait, INFJs on camera, many are camera shy or private, no problem. AI's got a solution. Hey Jen, this tool creates AI avatars that will speak your script for you on video. So picture this. An INFJ writes a compelling script, perhaps with help from ChatGPT brainstorming. They feed it into Hey Jen, pick an avatar that matches their vibe, and boom, they've got a spokesperson for their ideas. The INFJ's message gets out to the world and they never had to stand in the spotlight. It's like having a digital twin who handles public appearances. The world hears the idea without the INFJ having to compromise their privacy. That's stealth influence and it's genius. Scene 4. Visualize an INFJ YouTuber in disguise. In a small apartment, our INFJ is sipping tea, writing a script about emotional intelligence. No one's ever seen their face on their channel, yet the videos get thousands of views. How? The INFJ uses a combo of Midjourney for cool visuals, their soothing voice cloned via AI, and an avatar from Hey Jen delivering the words. Viewers comment. The INFJ reads every comment, heart swelling. They're making the impact they always wanted, pulling emotional strings via content, all from behind the curtain. They're essentially outsmarting the algorithm. High quality, consistent content, low overhead, and a mystique that keeps people curious. While other creators burn out chasing trends, the INFJ quietly uses AI to churn out meaningful pieces that hit home. And it's not just individual content. INFJs in marketing or creative fields are killing it too. They know exactly what the audience feels, and with AI, they can generate copy, imagery, even voiceovers to match that emotion. Did you know 83% of creative professionals are already using generative AI tools at work INFJs are among them, likely using tools like Adobe Firefly or DALL-E to create visuals that convey the deep meaning they want, without needing a whole design team. An INFJ's vision can now go straight from mind to reality faster than ever. So where does this all lead? Here's the kicker. INFJs, often dubbed the empaths or the quiet visionaries, have always had the potential to change the world. The only thing holding them back was sometimes the sheer scale of their ideas versus the limits of one human. But now, with AI, that gap is closing fast. It's a bit poetic, like the most empathetic humans teaming up with the most logical machines. On the surface, it's oil and water, but INFJs are making it work like fire and oxygen. AI gives INFJs reach. It gives them speed. It gives them amplification. And INFJs give AI a soul. Well, not literally, but they provide the heart and vision behind the output. INFJs often feel misunderstood or out of place. They see the world's pain and possibilities, and it can be overwhelming for one person. But picture an INFJ realizing that with AI, they're not alone in the fight anymore. It's like all the passion, the care, the insight they carry. They've finally found a partner to help carry the load. That quiet student writing a novel in the corner, now she can use AI to edit, publish, and promote it to inspire millions without a big publisher backing her. That soft-spoken activist with a grand plan to fix his community, he's using AI to organize data and rally support, succeeding where louder voices failed. It's inspirational and a bit edgy because the INFJ isn't asking for permission or validation now. They're just doing it supercharged by tech. INFJs using AI to design charity campaigns overnight, to mentor others with personalized AI lesson plans, to predict and prevent problems before they happen. The empathy that was seen as a soft skill is now a precision instrument. The intuition that seemed like magic is now augmented by analysis. It might look like INFJs suddenly got superhuman foresight and productivity. They're launching projects, anticipating needs, connecting dots, seemingly out of thin air. Some might be intimidated or skeptical. How are they doing this? But those in the know, well, we know this is INFJ plus AI in action. It's edgy to say, but I'll say it. The world better pay attention because the nice guys armed with AI might just finish first for once. Here's the bottom line. INFJs with AI are an unlikely revolution. It's fast-paced, under the radar, and incredibly impactful. They're not building Terminators or trying to take over the world with an army of robots. Nah, that's too crass. INFJs are outsmarting everyone in a different way. They're turning every INFJ trait, empathy, intuition, idealism, into a tactical advantage. In a world that often says, nice guys finish last, INFJs are rewriting the script with the help of algorithms and a wink. And they're doing it so smoothly that by the time the world catches up, the INFJ has already moved to the next play. If you're an INFJ, this should light a fire in you. If you're not, well, now you know what's happening behind those calm INFJ eyes when they mention their AI friend. Either way, keep watching this space. This channel isn't done uncovering the INFJ deep dive. Not by a long shot. We've got more coming on INFJ empathy superpowers, their unparalleled emotional intelligence, and yes, even the dark side of being an INFJ, because every light casts a shadow, and you bet we'll explore that too. Quick side note, I'm also the author and narrator of The 2 AM Code, a book that's all about self-discovery and empowerment. In fact, Chapter 11, Digital Empowerment, Leveraging Technology for Professional Advancement, is where I dive deep into these exact concepts of using AI to get ahead. If this video speaks to you and you want to go further, you can check it out. No pressure, but hey, it might just be the spark you need at 2 AM too. So hit subscribe, join our little rare community. Share this video with an INFJ who needs to embrace their AI sidekick, or with someone who just can't figure out how that quiet friend of theirs suddenly became a powerhouse. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you'll definitely want to check out my INFJ series that's already out now. We've got powerful videos like only 1% of people think like this. Let me show you what HeyGen can do. Not the theory, not the sizzle reel. I'm talking real results, real stories, and the exact tool I'm using to multiply my voice without losing my soul. Because let's be honest, most creators are burnt out. Leaders are overwhelmed. And personal brands, we're out here juggling content, coaching, emails, and life. I needed help, but not just any tool. I needed the right kind of AI, one that doesn't make me feel like I'm outsourcing my essence. And that's when HeyGen stepped in. And here's the part that makes this video even more powerful. I'm strategically building this entire video from beginning to end inside of HeyGen. Every segment you're watching, every narrator, every voice clip, even the script, it's all being brought to life using the exact tools I'm showcasing. Because I didn't just want to talk about HeyGen, I wanted to prove what it can do when a real creator puts it to work. Behind the scenes, you should know that the previous scene was created using a screenshot of my clone. HeyGen then cloned an image of my clone and brought it to life using HeyGen's new and improved video agent with Sora 2. This video is not sponsored by HeyGen. I'm just an ultra fan of AI tools that save time and generate revenue. Sora 2, the game changer. So here's the headline. OpenAI just launched Sora 2, and guess who got handpicked to integrate it? HeyGen. That's not a fluke, that's trust. That's proof of vision. Because when the pioneers of generative AI want their next frontier to be seen, spoken, and brought to life, they call HeyGen. Now, I don't have full access to Sora 2 yet, but I've been invited to experiment. And I've seen what it can do, and let me just say, it's not just next level. It's next language. It's storytelling 3.0. From overwhelm to avatar. Before HeyGen, I was filming videos at 2 a.m., retakes, background noise, burnout, trying to explain deep emotional concepts about trauma, healing, and influence, all while raising 2 daughters and working a full-time job in public service. I'm an author, a speaker, a mother. I teach emotional intelligence, leadership, and digital power moves, but I didn't have the production capacity to match my ideas until I found HeyGen. And suddenly, my message, it wasn't stuck in my drafts. It was talking, it was moving, it was duplicating while I went back to living my real life. Feature 1, voice cloning that feels like me. First thing I fell in love with, I uploaded my own voice, trained it in minutes. Now when I speak through my avatar, it still feels like me. Not robotic, not stiff. It carries the tone, the grit, the pauses, the soul behind my voice. I use it to explore my INFJ traits. I teach mindset. I use it to blend emotion with technology while telling my story, and people trust it because they still feel me behind the message. Feature 2, avatars that amplify, not replace. I don't use HeyGen avatars to hide. I use them to amplify. Sometimes I'm the expert. Sometimes I'm the coach. Sometimes I'm the animated version of my bold alter ego called Lee. She gets people together real quick. HeyGen lets me switch between tones without losing control of my narrative. I keep the energy aligned, professional when it needs to be, funny when it matters, real always. Feature 3, Sora 2, why this is bigger than avatars. Now, let's talk about where this is going. Sora 2 isn't just a better lip sync engine, it's an emotional engine. It allows for dynamic facial expressions, voice emotion tuning, and faster rendering at quality that looks like Hollywood's first draft. And HeyGen isn't just adding it, they're building with it. Have you ever experienced AI do something so impressive it brings tears to your eyes? Hey, no judging. I already see the future, and I'm preparing for it because one day soon you'll see a fully expressive AI version of me teaching a masterclass in emotional intelligence, and you'll forget it's not live. If you're a coach, a course creator, an author, a speaker, you don't need a team of 10. You need the right tools. Tools like Hey Gen, tools that give your brand a voice, your message a face, and your mission a system that works even when you're offline. That's what this video is. It's proof that one woman, a message, and a tool built for the future can compete with people who have production studios. Hey Gen didn't just give me access to a product. They handed me back my time, my power, and my rhythm. To the Hey Gen team, especially Joshua, thank you for creating something that understands creators like me, mothers, thought leaders, storytellers, the people who aren't just trying to go viral, we're trying to go deeper. I believe in this tool. I've tested it, shared it, and I'm just getting started. So whether this turns into a partnership, a series, or something we build together, know that I see what this platform can do, and I'm ready to help the world see it too. Imagine a world where your government hands you money every month, no strings attached. Sounds like sci-fi, right? What if UBI became reality? Picture this. It's 5 years from now and UBI just went live nationwide. Every citizen gets a check that covers the basics. Food, rent, Wi-Fi for your cat videos, you name it. No more work or starve pressure. The question is, who shines in this new reality? Let's set the scene. Emma is an INFJ, one of those empathetic, future-minded dreamers you've probably heard about. She's been stuck in corporate monotony, headset on, soul off, grinding away to pay rent. Now, with UBI in place, Emma walks out of her cubicle for the last time. Not in a blaze of glory, but with a quiet smile, knowing she finally has the freedom to pursue what really matters to her. Picture an INFJ who's finally free from corporate monotony. She wakes up on a Monday, and instead of dreading another pointless meeting, she heads to a local community garden project she dreamed up, journal in hand and coffee in the other. This isn't a vacation. It's the beginning of a personal mission. What changed? The safety net of UBI means she can pay her bills and pour energy into a project that feeds her soul. Sound far-fetched? It's closer than you think. In Finland's famous basic income experiment, 2,000 people were given about $635 a month. They didn't turn into slackers. In fact, they reported satisfaction and increased confidence. Many used the money to invest in personal projects, starting businesses, volunteering, going back to school. In other words, give people breathing room and a lot of them will better themselves. Who knew? Over in Stockton, California, 125 folks got $500 a month, no conditions. The result? Recipients were twice as likely to find full-time jobs compared to a control group, and they showed improved emotional health to boot. So much for the old free money makes you lazy trope. These programs actually unlocked people's motivation and well-being. Now take those results and add an INFJ twist. INFJs are already big picture thinkers and bleeding heart idealists rolled into one. They're described as both dreamers and doers, capable of envisioning idealistic futures while also taking practical steps to achieve their goals. In a UBI world, that's a killer combo. Remember Emma? With her basic needs covered, she's not kicking back. She's kicking off a community initiative. INFJs have always craved meaningful work. Now they finally have the chance and the financial cushion to do it. It's like giving Tony Stark an arc reactor. Suddenly, their superpowers get activated. Real-world UBI, experiments, and inspiration. Let's ground this in reality for a second. UBI isn't just a late-night Reddit fantasy. It's happening in real experiments worldwide. We mentioned Finland and Stockton, but get this. In 2024, Catalonia, yes, the region in Spain, launched one of Europe's most ambitious UBI pilots. 5,000 people are getting about $906 a month, adults, and $400 for kids every month for 2 years. The goal? Reduce poverty, boost mental health, and let folks try new opportunities without fear. Officials there note that UBI recipients often report lower stress and more freedom to make meaningful life decisions. Imagine what an INFJ could do with that kind of freedom. And while Catalonia's results aren't in yet, researchers are holding their breath till 2026, the very existence of such pilots shows that the UBI world is creeping closer. Meanwhile, the data keeps rolling in. A UK study found a national UBI could cut poverty by more than half without costing taxpayers extra. That's right. Potentially the lowest poverty rates in 60 years just by re-engineering how we do money. Bold stat? Absolutely. But it underscores a point. UBI isn't about giving up on work. It's about lifting the floor so everyone can stand a little taller. And when everyone's standing taller, who's ready to climb higher and see farther? Our INFJs, of course. How UBI unlocks INFJ superpowers. Let's talk about those INFJ superpowers that a UBI world would unleash. Creativity, long-range vision, humanitarian drive, and idealistic leadership. INFJs are often called the advocate personality for a reason. Altruism is basically in their DNA. Free from the daily grind, they can finally flex these strengths in full force. 1. Creativity unleashed. INFJs are wildly creative. Many love writing, art, and expressing themselves creatively. In the old world, our INFJ friend Emma might scribble story ideas during lunch breaks or daydream about painting murals while stuck in traffic. In a UBI world, that changes. Picture this scene. Emma has a guaranteed income, so she spends her mornings actually writing that novel about social change she's been plotting for years. Afternoons, she's collaborating with local artists to paint murals that inspire hope in her city's poorest neighborhoods. No one's telling her it's a waste of time because she's not instantly making money. And ironically, those creative projects could end up making a real impact and even real income eventually. Creativity isn't a luxury for INFJs. It's essential to their happiness at work and in life. With UBI, they at last have permission to prioritize it. That novel, it might just become the next great social commentary. The mural project, maybe it sparks a community revitalization. INFJs with financial freedom turn creative visions into reality. And society reaps the benefits of their ingenuity. 2. Long-range vision. Knee in overdrive. INFJs are future-focused visionaries. They have this almost eerie knack for envisioning idealistic futures, thinking long-term and strategically about how to get there. Under the stress of a 9-to-5 survival job, that talent is like a caged bird. UBI swings the cage door wide open. Instead of worrying about next week's groceries, INFJs can worry about, saving the planet. Imagine an INFJ environmentalist named Kai. With UBI, he finally quits his tedious office job and dedicates himself to a climate action plan for his town. He's mapping out a 10-year project to convert the whole community to sustainable energy. Crazy? Maybe. But he can afford to spend time on it now. INFJs excel at this kind of big picture, long-range thinking. Give them a financial safety net, and suddenly that 30-year plan to reform education or that blueprint for a more compassionate healthcare system doesn't seem so impossible. They're not weighed down by how do I pay rent this month, so their mental energy zooms out to the horizon. And here's the kicker, INFJs will actually take practical steps on those visions. They're dreamers and doers. UBI just fuels their tank for the long journey. 3. Humanitarian drive and empathy. On one hand, INFJs are deeply empathetic and compassionate, always striving to help others and make the world a better place. On the other hand, they're often exhausted by having to play along with a world that values profit over people. Enter UBI. Suddenly, the humanitarian side of INFJs goes from simmer to full boil. Without the need to take any soul-crushing job to survive, they can choose work that aligns with their values or create it themselves. Story time. Picture an INFJ who's been working retail, dealing with cranky customers, but volunteering at the soup kitchen on weekends because that's what really feeds her spirit. With UBI, she scales up the volunteering into a full community program. She gathers resources to start a nonprofit that trains unemployed people who also have UBI to grow food and distribute it to families in need. She's not worried about her own paycheck. She's worried about who she can help today. INFJs fight for others even more than for themselves. In a UBI world, that fight gets easier to sustain. Remember, in Finland's trial, many participants used the money to volunteer or pursue education. Exactly the kind of meaningful pursuits INFJs gravitate towards. Now multiply that by thousands of INFJs. An army of idealists enabled to act on empathy. That's a recipe for serious social innovation. 4. Idealistic leadership. INFJs aren't your typical loud, in-your-face leaders. They're quiet visionaries. They lead with ideals and integrity. Give them UBI, and you empower a wave of idealistic leadership to emerge. Why? Because suddenly leadership isn't limited to those chasing a paycheck or power. In a UBI world, people will follow those who inspire them, not just the ones who sign the checks. And INFJs, despite their introversion, can be incredibly inspiring when they champion a cause. Once they believe in a mission, they will work tirelessly behind the scenes to bring about change. They become powerful advocates for the people and causes they believe in. Exactly what a post-UBI society searching for direction will need. Consider how motivation might shift. If no one has to work to avoid poverty, what makes people want to contribute? Purpose, meaning, a sense of belonging to something bigger. INFJ leaders excel at fostering those things. They're the ones who can say, all right, everyone, we all have our needs met. Now let's build something amazing together and actually get people on board with a heartfelt vision. Meanwhile, the traditional bossy manager types might struggle in this new paradigm. More on that in a second. It's telling that among all personality types, INFJs are noted as most likely to create a social movement or drive cultural change. That's idealistic leadership defined. UBI would hand them the mic without the worry of getting fired for speaking truth to power, and we might all be better off for it. Why INFJs stand out. Let's address the elephant in the room. UBI is great, but it doesn't magically turn everyone into a saint or a genius. Different personalities will handle this freedom differently. And not all will crush it like INFJs could. In fact, contrast is where we really see why INFJs might be the biggest winners here. Think about your ultra-competitive type A friends, maybe an ESTJ or ENTJ for the MBTI savvy. Their life motto, if you're not climbing the ladder, you're failing. Now drop them in a UBI world where the ladder basically has no rungs, because nobody needs a promotion to survive. That hard-charging corporate manager might feel utterly lost. Who are they if not the boss? Their team could just quit and still pay rent. The old threats and incentives don't work. It's an identity crisis. Meanwhile, the INFJ colleague in the next cubicle was never in it for the rat race. She's already been daydreaming of this day. While Mr. ESTJ is panicking about what to do without an org chart to climb, the INFJ is slipping out the door to start her long-awaited neighborhood art collective, or consider the more go-with-the-flow, live-for-today types. Say an ESFP or ESTP, party now, worry later. UBI drops in their lap, and it's like permanent Saturday. Sure, at first it's woo, endless free time. They might travel, buy gadgets, party, nothing wrong with enjoying life. But a year in, with no routine and no larger purpose, some of them might feel adrift. Humans need meaning, not just entertainment. Now look at an INFJ in the same situation. This is literally what they've been training for their whole life. INFJs crave meaning like oxygen. They were never going to be content sipping pina coladas indefinitely. So while other types might struggle to self-direct or end up bored, INFJs are likely sketching out a plan in that journal they carry everywhere for a community mentorship program or writing policy proposals in their spare time. They create their own structure fueled by purpose, something not everyone knows how to do. Here's a little story to drive it home. Picture two friends, Alex and Riley, who both get UBI. Alex is a go-getter extrovert, let's say an ESTJ, and Riley is an INFJ. Before UBI, Alex was a regional manager, proud of their title. Riley was that quiet colleague who did charity runs on weekends. Once UBI hits, Alex initially celebrates, no more work, but soon gets restless. They miss the authority, the goals, the hustle. They even start meddling in others' business, trying to manage their friend group. Old habits die hard. Riley, on the other hand, uses the freed up time to finally organize a neighborhood coalition to help the homeless, something they've wanted to do for ages. Alex tries to rally people for weekly happy hours, fun at first but gets old, while Riley rallies volunteers to actually make a difference. Fast forward. The coalition gains traction, local businesses join in, and Riley, the once quiet INFJ, finds themselves naturally at the helm, leading with empathy and vision. Alex? They eventually joined the coalition too because, well, they needed something to do that felt meaningful. See the difference? INFJs flourish in self-directed, purpose-driven scenarios, whereas others might take a longer detour to find their groove. By the way, if you're digging this what-if scenario and seeing some truth here, hit that subscribe button. Especially all you INFJs and INFJ adjacents out there, join our little idealist corner of YouTube and share this video with a friend who needs some inspiration or that one friend who still thinks UBI means people will just nap all day. Let's spread the word that a better future is possible and maybe even coming sooner than we think. Now back to the story, INFJs versus the efficiency-obsessed world. Let's get a bit real and raw now. Our current world, the one UBI would be disrupting, is obsessed with efficiency, productivity, output, optimization, quarter-over-quarter growth. You know the drill. It's a world where humans often feel like cogs in a machine. How's that working out for us? Not great. Global surveys show only 21% of employees are engaged at work, meaning the vast majority are just going through the motions, uninspired. We've built economies that excel at making widgets and profits, but often fail at feeding souls. INFJs especially have felt this pain. These are people who crave authenticity and meaningful connection, yet often feel alienated in a world that doesn't prioritize depth or emotional awareness. They see the human cost of this hyper-efficient system, and it hurts. Now picture that world post-UBI at the turning point of something new. This is the emotional climax of our scenario. INFJs reclaiming purpose and helping to build human-centric systems in a world that was once obsessed with efficiency. With basic income as a foundation, society can afford to take a breath and ask, what is all this efficiency for anyway? Who benefits? And INFJs, who have been asking those questions all along in silence, finally get to grab a microphone, probably metaphorical, they're still introverts after all. They start guiding the conversation towards purpose, ethics, and well-being. Think of an INFJ in a policy meeting or a corporate boardroom in this UBI-enabled future. Everyone else is crunching numbers, worried about KPIs, and an INFJ stands up and talks about values, about community impact, mental health, the environment, the stuff that got overshadowed before. The amazing part, people actually listen now because with UBI in place, policymakers and businesses have to appeal to something beyond economic survival. Workers and citizens have options. They're not chained to jobs that mistreat them just to pay rent. So the INFJ perspective. How do we make this system more human, more just, more sustainable? A town hall in a post-UBI community. A proposal is on the table to automate a local industry purely to boost efficiency. An executive type is arguing profits, efficiency, the usual. In the audience, a formerly meek INFJ named Sam steps up to the microphone. Sam talks about how that industry provides purpose for workers, about using automation to complement humans instead of replace them, and suggests a plan where the efficiency gains fund an arts and education center for the community. It's bold and idealistic. Pre-UBI, Sam might have stayed quiet out of fear of losing their job for speaking up. But now, Sam's not afraid. They have security, and with that, a clear voice. The room goes quiet, then applause. The idea strikes a chord, and the policy gets amended to include Sam's human-centric plan. That's an INFJ in a UBI world, changing the game. It's no longer a zero sum between humanity and efficiency. It's about balance, something INFJs excel at finding. In this climax, INFJs and like-minded idealists help society remember what all the efficiency is for: improving human life. They channel their empathy into redesigning workplaces to prevent burnout, into educational reforms that value creativity, into tech ethics boards to ensure AI serves people, not just profits. And they don't do this alone. UBI empowers many to find their moral backbone, but INFJs are often the first to step up and articulate that vision. They've been waiting for this moment, carrying the burden of how things could be better in their hearts for years. Now, unshackled from the daily grind, they lead the charge to actually build that better world. It's powerful, even poetic. The personality type that often felt out of place in our efficiency-driven society might become the guiding light to transform it. INFJs use their gift of insight into others' needs, some call it almost psychic empathy, to make sure the new systems we create don't repeat the old mistakes. They prioritize mental health, equality, connection. They help design policies where dignity is a given, not a luxury. Essentially, INFJs help society grow a conscience to match its advancements. And isn't that what we desperately need? A new dawn for idealists. So why might INFJs be the biggest winners in a UBI world? Because UBI would give them the freedom to be exactly who they're meant to be. Visionaries, creators, healers, and change makers. It removes the weight that's been holding them, and honestly all of us, down just enough for them to spread their wings. And when INFJs soar, they carry others with them, fostering community, purpose, and a more humane society. The irony is beautiful. A world that once called INFJs impractical dreamers might end up leaning on their vision to navigate a future where human value isn't measured in output per hour. UBI is not a magic bullet or a utopia button, but it is a platform upon which people can build different lives. Some will play video games on that platform all day, no judgment on a chill day to be honest, but INFJs, they'll build cathedrals of compassion and innovation on it. In the grand debate of automation and the future of work, don't count out the power of intrinsic motivation and idealism. When people have the security to choose, many will choose to do something that matters. And INFJs will be there, quietly leading the way to ensure it actually does matter. If you've stuck with me this far, chances are you're an INFJ, no one, or you just like exploring big ideas. So here's a little call to action. Subscribe to the channel for more content on how personality types might shape the future of our world. We're going to keep imagining bold what-if scenarios. From how empathy could become a superpower in tech, to how idealists might redesign broken systems, and yes, even the dark side of all this idealism, because every hero's got a shadow. Share this video with anyone who believes that people are more than productivity machines. INFJ or not, we all could use a bit of that INFJ vision as we hurtle into the future. Thanks for watching, and remember, the future isn't written yet. But if INFJs have a say, it might just be a kinder, more creative, more human place. Stay curious, stay compassionate, and I'll see you in the next one.